all of us. That's Nightly News for this Friday. I'm Tom Yamas. I'll be right back here tomorrow live from the site of the Super Bowl and Monday live from the Olympics. And make sure to watch the opening ceremony tonight right here at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock. We thank you so much for watching. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
The 2026 Milan Cortina Olympics this winter, brought to you on KUAM TV 8 by Bank of Hawaii. Reach your possible.
Half a day, I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. You're watching KUAM News Weekend Edition. Thanks for joining us. While drivers and residents across Guam know the frustration, cones in the road, detours with little warning, and projects that seem to stretch on without answers. Now lawmakers are taking a closer look at how the Department of Public Works keeps the public informed with a new bill aimed at putting every major road and infrastructure project in one place, online, updated, and easy to track. Jonigan Charfers reports.
Lawmakers heard testimony on a proposal that would require the Department of Public Works to regularly inform the public about roadwork and other infrastructure projects through its website. Bill author Speaker Frank Bloss Jr.
It's relatively a very simple act, and what it would provide is that we direct the Department of Public Works to be able to provide a listing, if you will, of any of the projects that they have ongoing in the queue or completed.
Bill 172-38 is aimed at improving transparency and accountability, while also giving DPW a platform to highlight the work being done across the island. DPW Director Vincent Ariola said he supports the intent of the bill.
When I first saw the bill, we have weekly meetings for our projects, both roads, CIPs, federal highways. And I just spoke about this maybe, I'd say about 2 weeks ago. I said we need to have closure on our projects and a better timeline, if you will, of our projects, because I too, just like you, Speaker, and you, Senators, I too get stuck in traffic.
The hearing also turned into a progress check on other DPW-related projects. Senator Therese Terlahi asked about the long-vacant former Department of Public Health and Social Services building in Mangilao, closed since a 2019 electrical fire.
That's still in the design phase. I think there's a 60% design that was, if I remember correctly, was turned in sometime in December. And Public Health and GCC are still looking at some of the design features that have been incorporated into that design. But the drop dead date is still, I believe March, if not April, for full design submission.
Terlahi also pressed for answers on the renovated homeless shelter in Anigua. Ariola confirmed the project has been completed and turned over to the government, but acknowledged security issues after reports of break-ins. When asked why the facility is still not operating despite homelessness concerns in Hagåtña, Ariola said the decision to open the shelters falls outside DPW's authority. Jonigan Charfris, KUAM News.
A man sought in connection with the sexual assault of 2 minors 4 years ago was taken into custody this week following a traffic stop that led to the discovery of methamphetamine. This according to magistrate complaints filed in Superior Court. Benny Solis Castro, 56, faces 2 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct charged as first-degree felonies, along with a third-degree felony count for possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. Court records state 1 victim reported being assaulted multiple times beginning in January of 2022 when she was about 10 years old. She told investigators the suspect warned her not to disclose the abuse, threatening to harm her mother. A second child told police she was assaulted when she was 7 or 8 years old. Castro was stopped by police in Sinahoña after an officer noticed a vehicle with an unreadable license plate. During the stop, officers recovered meth pipes from inside the car. Castro later told police he had used the methamphetamine. A Superior Court magistrate has set $7,000 cash bail for 19-year-old Jason John Ugin, charged in connection with last week's armed robbery of a Talafofo convenience store. Magistrate Judge Jonathan Kwan ordered cash bail only, citing the seriousness of the charges, the alleged use of a deadly weapon, and a moderate risk assessment. Agin has no prior criminal record and appeared in court via Zoom from the Department of Corrections. Prosecutors allege Agin was a machete-wielding suspect during the January 27 robbery at New Morning Market. He is the fourth and final suspect arrested in the case. The other three suspects are minors. Agin is charged with second-degree robbery, conspiracy to commit robbery, theft, and conspiracy to commit theft, all as second-degree felonies, with a sentencing enhancement for use of a deadly weapon. He remains in custody unless bail is posted. The court also imposed a no-contact order with the other suspects and the store owner. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for February 12th at 4 p.m. In other news, the Guam Economic Development Authority will host its Taking the Leap Beyond Guam virtual export conference on Wednesday, February 11th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. The free conference is open to local businesses, entrepreneurs, and individuals interested in learning how to expand into international markets. The event will provide practical resources, experience insight, and access to export opportunities as part of the Guam State Trade Expansion Program, funded in part through a cooperative agreement with the U.S. Small Business Administration. The conference aims to equip small businesses with the tools and strategies needed to begin exporting and to connect participants with industry experts and experienced local exporters. Taking the Leap Beyond Guam provides an avenue for our entrepreneurs to engage with subject matter experts in the international market and successful businesses already exporting. This was said by Christina D. Garcia, who is the CEO and administrator of GITA. This event will feature presentations from organizations and companies, including the U.S. Embassy Tokyo Agricultural Trade Office and the Bear Beans Company, Guam Hotel Restaurant Association, Hyatt Regency Guam, Kingfisher's Noni, and others. Plenary sessions will cover best practices for global expansion, strategies for entering the Japan market, and the connection between Guam's tourism industry and export opportunities. In other news, contributing correspondent Nick Delgado chats with Guam's Hallie Wigsten, who's gotten to work with the San Francisco 49ers for the past 2 seasons, and see who she's rooting for, Patriots or Seahawks.
I'm Nick Delgado coming to you from the Bay Area. San Francisco is ready for the big game, including one Guam daughter who will be part of it all over at Levi's Stadium.
Hallie Wigsten, living in San Francisco now, working seasonally with the 49ers, and I'm about to head into Super Bowl week this week. Super excited.
Yeah, but clearly, even though the team isn't making it to the Super Bowl, you're still faithful to the Bay.
Of course, always, always. Oh my God, it's such a blast. Honestly, such a dream come true. Genuinely such a great team, I think, to go into working with the 49ers. I've had such a really good support system and my team who really just pushes me to be my best self and yeah, has really advocated me for the last 2 seasons that I've been working with them. Hard to pick, but I would definitely say probably I actually was able to coordinate the full field flag for our salute to service game, so I got to work a lot with the military that we brought on to hold the flag, and I would say just being able to see the flag getting pulled out and really just seeing all my hard work getting put into the production, I think that was super cool and a really awesome experience. I'm on the game presentation and live events team, so I work with a lot of the logistics for our in-game entertainment with color guard, entertainment that we have on the Foghorn stage. So mainly on game days, I do a lot of stage managing, so I get to work with a lot of the cool people that we have featured on the Foghorn. I'd say some of the coolest people I've got to work with were probably E40, Patrick Willis. We've had so many good people come onto Foghorn, so that's been really cool. And then pre-game day, I'm just doing a lot of like sending out tickets, looking through music. So it's a lot of really cool stuff to get to work and put into the production for come game day. Honestly, I started applying to jobs because I knew I wanted to work in sports. I would say towards the tail end, right before graduation, I was like, okay, time to lock in into the real world now. But I saw a job posting on LinkedIn for a promotions team member for the 49ers, and it wasn't necessarily something I really wanted to do, but I was like, you know what, I got to do it, get my foot in the door, and that's exactly what I did, and it really paved the way to get me to where I am right now. Yeah, so growing up, I went to St. John's, go Knights, and I played volleyball, both beach and indoor, and then soccer as well. Started in middle school and really just continued throughout senior year. Loved it. I genuinely miss it so much. I created such great memories and had a lot of cool people that I met, made a lot of good friends along the way, so. Honestly, just being able to see what goes on behind the scenes for Super Bowl, just because I think, you know, we all get to just see what's on TV, and I'm so excited just to see the kind of work and effort it takes to really put on such a huge production like the Super Bowl. It's so well known and everyone loves the Super Bowl. So I'm excited to see entertainment aspects, what it takes logistically. I'm really just excited and to really just soak it all in. It's the very first time, hopefully not my last, but I'm really looking forward to it. I hope both teams lose. I don't want to see us. I don't want to.
There has to be a winner.
I'd probably say the Patriots just because the Seahawks are division rivals. So.
Are you looking forward to that halftime show?
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah. So it's going to be all hands on deck, but it takes a lot of people. It takes multiple teams. So I'm really excited. I get to work with some of my team from the game presentation team from the Niners that I work with. So I'm excited to get that experience with them and just see how, you know, people from other organizations also work and just learn a lot from them as well.
And anything that you're hoping to take away just from this experience?
I think, yeah, just continue growing and meeting a lot of new people. I think I have so much room and time to grow within this industry, and I genuinely am so excited to see just the bigger picture and what it takes to really put on such a big show like the Super Bowl. I think really just advocate for yourself, be your biggest cheerleader. I think, you know, growing up so far away, it definitely can be a little daunting and hard. You're going into the big world, right? And I think especially within the sports industry, it's a lot of who you know and not really what you know. So that, again, can be a little daunting because, you know, up so far away. But I think, yeah, just put yourself in those uncomfy situations, do things that maybe you don't want to do, because I think that's really how I was able to get where I am today, is just putting myself in uncomfy places and uncomfy situations and just making the most out of it.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to seeing the big game, and just remember, everyone, if you're watching this, she had something to do with it.
Bang, bang, go Niners. I can't wait.
Faithful to the Bay. I love it. Okay, any message that you want to give to all those back home?
Yeah, just cheer for the Niners, stay faithful, and yeah, I would say just, yeah, believe in yourself and use everyone that's in your corner, and yeah, be your biggest cheerleader and advocate for yourself for sure. Yeah.
To the family and friends.
Miss you guys, love you guys. Thank you for always being my biggest supporters, having my back through everything. Miss and love you all.
Stick around, we have more coming up on Weekend Edition. You're watching KUAM.
It's a new year, Guam, so let's start with the reset at Kmart. Make your move and start strong. Gear up with fitness equipment and fresh workout apparel. Fuel with wellness essentials, sugar-free options, protein, vitamins, and more. Organize and clear the clutter with easy storage solutions and cleaning essentials. And refresh your living space with new furniture and decor for your home. New year, new me. Your reset starts at Kmart Guam.
So we are talking to the champions, well, the two top companies from Junior Achievement this year. Ladies, congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Fantastic work. Mariana, let's start with you because as the top team, I remember when I saw you guys when you were at Donkey, then you were at GPO, you guys had this wonderful idea for Coney cards. So being all from the same school, being all from Harvest and everything, what was the core idea when you guys decided to form a company and then basically make cards your project?
So our company is a class, the Honors Business and Economics class. So we're all required to be in JA. And our mentor, Pastor Baldwin, he started off by asking us what were problems on Guam that we thought that we could fix. And so, we listed a bunch of them, and the ones that we selected was education about our island and our culture. And we wanted to do something with art. And one of our teammates suggested a card game. And so our card game has 57 different symbols, which are all hand-drawn, and each symbol is something that represents our island, like red rice or certain animals like the cocoa bird or the starfish, things like that. Okay, and for the second place team, Hata, congratulations. Thank you. That is a wonderful opportunity. What about your experience in forming this company, coming up with ideas and really executing on your strategy? Like, what did you guys learn about yourselves as a CEO?
So our company, we were really a melting pot of cultures because we were from like many different schools, and we also had grade levels ranging from freshman to senior. And really, I think the key thing that made our company successful is that everybody contributed and everybody kind of showed their individuality, which is why our company was so unique. And I think that's a great thing. Okay, now ladies, it would have been so easy maybe in these days. I mean, you could make the argument it might have been like a little bit less friction to just say, let's have AI do like the whole thing, or let's make it all digital. But you guys made real life products with a local twist and everything like that. So Mariana, when it came to your product development, what about actually incorporating the island made this so much more effective? So our production team worked really hard on creating those symbols. And when we were selling, it got a really great response. Everyone loved it. And our manufacturer, Island Color and Copy, did a great job producing our cards. And I really think our mission was to preserve and share Chamorro culture in a fun way. And I think it was a great way to do it. And definitely kids really responded well to it. They would say, oh, that's the cocoa bird, or oh, that's the fruit that we have in our backyard. And it's a great way to share Guam's culture. So you really succeeded at achieving empathy, which is something that, companies spend literally billions of dollars to try and do in marketing. You guys pulled it off because you really had the pulse of our community. Yes, absolutely. And congratulations. That's a smashing success right there. Okay. It's one thing to say we're going to put a project together, we're all going to assign each other, like you're in charge of finance, you're in charge of marketing, you're in charge of production, but you had to go to Donkey, as I said, and then GPO, and then the Micronesia Mall for the finals and everything. What was it like to actually be out in the community, to be together as a team, and to really put your ideas forward to potential customers? I really think our team was so supportive throughout the journey, which is why we could have such a successful company. And I really am grateful for the opportunity like Junior Achievement, because it really made our team, who were total strangers 6 months back then, but now we're all a big family of a lot of cultures and a lot of ages and just so many different people. Don't need to work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replay, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade. On the field, on the court, in the game. But what happens beyond the game? Get stories behind the stats, the players behind the plays, and the teams making an impact on and off the field. Join us every weekend on KUAM News Weekend Edition for Beyond the Game, because sports are more than just a score. Only on KUAM, Guam's leader in sports coverage, Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade. Half a day, everybody. I am Jason Salas, and it's football time. Everybody's thinking about Super Bowl. We are going to talk about football. We're talking about the original football, soccer to most of us, and Jill Espiritu with the Guam Football Association is here. Jill is off island right now. doing some matches, doing the international thing, making sure that Guam is represented on an international stage. But Jill, right here on 671 soil, there was an event recently over at the GFA field for the Guam National Academy. 200 kids showed up to try out, right?
Yes. So last week, Monday through Thursday, we had trial sessions for the 2026 GFA National Academy. So we had two age divisions, so U13, U15. And so absolutely correct, more than 200 kids came out. And so each age group had two different trial session dates. So the U13 had a lot more youth players come out. So I think day one, they had like 114. So like 84 boys, I believe, and 30 girls that showed up on day one of the U13 tryouts.
Impressive. And this is, of course, just coming off of the Sugar and Spice tournament that you just had for middle school girls too. So I mean, obviously the passion is there. I mean, you drive by GFA on any given weekend and everything like that. You know, the jamborees are packed. You know, club play is big. You know, like when you see the national team training. So I mean, there is so much participation for the beautiful game.
Yeah, definitely, sure. And we're starting up our youth league again on February 21. Actually, no, this weekend we're starting our U17 girls division. So we're starting it a little bit early for the girls, like how we started the U17 boys early for the fall season. So this is actually in accordance with their high school schedule. So it actually works out for a lot of the players that way that we've seen. So this weekend, U17 girls starts at 8:50, and then February 21 is when we start pretty much all the other age divisions. And so the National Academy teams that get selected, or the players that get selected for the teams, they're going to be playing up in the youth league. So the U13 boys and girls will be playing up in U14, and then the U15s will be playing up in the U17 age division.
And the thing that's so amazing about this is as they go through the pipeline, you know, they start in under 13, under 14, under 17. By the time they're, you know, in their second or third year of driving and everything, they've already got, you know, like 6-7 years of experience with their peers, you know, playing alongside with them in international matches and everything. So this is a phenomenal opportunity. But tell me about like the pipeline and what is the training regimen and how much of a commitment is that to, you know, these little kids? Because I mean, it's not just like playing for a club. I mean, you're hoping to one day put on the Guam colors and represent, you know, I got my Guam colors right here. I got my Gatorade blue and Gatorade red, right? You're looking to represent Matao and the Masakara.
Yes, so definitely. So this is part of the elite player pathway. And a few years ago, FIFA started having the U17 World Cup and the U17 Women's World Cup annually. So this means that every year there's going to be a qualification stage for it. So previously it was every 2 years. So now pretty much every birth year is going to have an opportunity to qualify for the Continental Championship in AFC, and then also, of course, we're hoping to start them, like you said, a little bit better for international play, and also get them to close the gap really, because football's been around for so long, and especially on the men's side. So trying to catch up to that, like we're trying to do what we can at GFA to help prepare our athletes for national football. And if it means our coaches get more professional training and education to help the kids, and also to have more opportunities for the kids to play 11-a-side matches, where we're doing what we can to kind of accelerate their development and get them up to speed with the international standard.
And Jill, you and I are roughly like the same age, and we've been doing like sports journalism for a while. By the way, everybody, Jill was a fantastic sports reporter at PDN for many, many years. I was a big fan of her writing, right? But when we were growing up, it was like, okay, you take the all island kids and all the different sports at the high school level, slam them onto the national team, and get them some reps and everything, get them experience. Now with this youth program, you're getting, teaching kids about, sports analytics, teaching them proper nutrition, calisthenics, the whole range of, mental toughness and everything like that, the full range of skills to be like a world-class athlete. By that merit, you can't just pick every single kid. So when it comes to like evaluation, what are you looking for as far as the things that can be measured, like strength, speed, agility, but then also the intangibles about being a good teammate?
Yeah. So the coaches for the academy, they're coming off of a session with our FIFA talent development scheme lead, every now and then, FIFA talent ID workshop with the coaches. And so from there, they kind of learn about potential versus performance. identifying talent. So then, that's part of the coach education program, getting that professional support, I guess, from FIFA. So yeah, like you said before, it was kind of like you find the multi-sport athlete that just stands out, and then now like we start seeing it's a little bit more specialized in a sense. Although a lot of the skills do transfer from the different sports, which helps out our young athletes a lot. But yeah, so learning about diet, learning about even high performance. So we have the fitness center at the gym. We have our high performance manager that helps our athletes, and this includes our youth athletes as well.
Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade. On the field, on the court, in the game. But what happens beyond the game? Get stories behind the stats, the players behind the plays, and the teams making an impact on and off the field. Join us every weekend on KUAM News Weekend Edition for Beyond the Game. Because sports are more than just a score. Only on KUAM, Guam's leader in sports coverage, Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
And now here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutout sent to us on KUAM.com.
It is the last weekend of the NFL season, so you know who's going to be celebrating? Our birthday babies this week. So we say happy birthday to Francisca Josephine Mendiola Muña, who celebrates birthday number 11 on Saturday. And happy birthday, my baby. This is coming from very, very proud daddy and mommy. And on Super Sunday, well, one more day for us here in the islands before the big game, Maria Atale, who celebrates birthday number 14. Maria, we love you, says a very, very proud family. You know what? Whether you're go Seahawks or go Pats, that's all cool and everything. But when it's your birthday, it's go you each and every day, especially today. So we hope you have a good one. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
That's going to do it for us here on Weekend Edition. Visit KUAM.com or follow us at KUAM News on social media for the latest news. But before we let you guys go, we close out with Super Bowl 60 on Monday when we asked viewers who you got, Patriots or Seahawks. You let us know when we asked on Instagram.
Keep your eyes peeled during Super Bowl 60. You might just spot a familiar face in the crowd. Jardine EA has scored the ultimate football adventure, watching the New England Patriots take on the Seattle Seahawks, simply by using her Bank of Guam Visa debit card. Thanks to Bank of Guam and Visa, she and her husband are heading to the Super Bowl with an all-access experience for two. The prize includes round-trip airfare, 4 nights at a 4-star hotel, tickets to the big game, and an access to the Super Bowl Experience Fan Festival. But that's not all. They'll also enjoy exclusive Visa hospitality events, a local cultural activity, a $600 Visa prepaid card, Visa branded gifts, and even chances to meet NFL athletes. This promotion turned everyday purchases of just $60 more into a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, showing that a little spending with Bank of Guam Visa debit card can go a long way.
It's the One Micronesia Show, brought to you by Bank of Hawaii. Reach your possible.
Ali, Mogitin, Hafade Zan Tiro, Rananim Kasaleri Lengmo, and Yakwe. Happy New Year and welcome back to another episode of the One Micronesia Show. Now, before we get to the big show, I'd like to give a huge shout out to my new sponsors, Bank of Hawaii. Thank you so much. Mahalo, Sejus Maasi, and Kmart. So here we go. We kick things off with Pohnpeian doctor and now author, Dr. Joseph. Check it out. Our first guest is Dr. Jalkin Joseph, a medical doctor whose path to medicine began in Pohnpei, continued through Guam and to military service, and ultimately led to becoming an American doctor. Dr. Joseph recently published his book, Becoming an American Doctor, a deeply personal